All right, so obviously an element of this question is the geometry. We see there's a picture, there's a bunch of circles, but I categorize this as a geometry model. So it's less about the geometry than it seems. It's much more about just understanding the story, and so that's really where you want to focus. So there's a lot of story here, but it's really just going to be some simple geometry at the heart of it. And so the first thing we might want to do here is just get back to basics, right? We can see that we're being asked about this weird space in the picture, but the picture is really something simple. It's just a bunch of circles, right? So the basic idea that we're going to have to keep in mind is circles, and they do talk about area. So area of a circle, we don't even need to know that formula. It's given to us at the beginning, right? So here we go, area of a circle, pi r squared. We're going to need that. So we might as well just write it down and keep it here because that way we can refer to it pretty easily. So now it comes to sorting. So this is where you got to kind of maybe focus on the end here. What is the area in square feet of the shaded region representing a person's social space? So it's the social space, but we can see that there's a piece missing. The personal space is missing. So they're going to give us more information than we need here. This is unusual for an SAT question, but that's why I categorize it as a model, not a geometry question per se. It's more about the story and sorting through that information than it is about the actual solving. So let's see. The diagram above represents Edward T. Hall's concept of space surrounding a person defined by 4 non-overlapping regions. Intimate space is the region inside a circle of radius 1 foot. Personal space is the region within a circle radius of 4 feet, but outside intimate space. Okay, personal space, 4 feet. Now, we need that because that's the inner circle there. But social space, that's the one we care about, is the region within a circle radius of 12 feet, but outside personal space. Public space is the region within a circle of radius 25 feet, but outside social space was the area in square feet of the shaded region representing a person's social space. So, let's just summarize very quickly what we're going to need to do. In order to get social space, we're going to need to find that area and then subtract out the area for personal space. And you might want to write this down. There's a lot going on here. I know you can hold this idea in your head, but there's so many mistakes that are possible by just choosing the wrong radius or whatever that, it's helpful to just stay organized. So if I want the social space, what's the area or what's the radius of the social space? Well, it says it's a radius of 12 feet, so r equals 12. And then the personal space has a radius of 4 feet, so r equals 4. Again, take it out of the question where there's, 10 lines of text and put it somewhere easy to read. Now we just use our area formula. So the area is going to be equal to pi times, in this case, 12 squared and minus, or let's just calculate them separately. So that's 144 pi. And then this one is going to be pi times 4 squared. And so that's going to be 16 pi. And like we said before, we're going to subtract those. So 144 minus 16, I'm going to use the calculator because why not? Is 128 pi, and that is the answer choice B, and that is the answer. So what math did we really have to do here? We had to plug one number into a formula, right? Or two numbers, I guess, and then subtract. That's very basic math for what's supposed to be a hard question, number 25, right? I mean, it's hard. But it's not hard in a mathematical way. It's hard in a reading way. It's hard because we have to sort through all this information, and there's information we don't end up using. So that's scary. But it's a reminder that the story is usually there as a distraction. So if you're not confident with math, don't let the story intimidate you. You're probably going to be able to solve whatever math they make you solve. You just got to pull out the right stuff. Try to do what I did, underline key ideas, skip ahead maybe to the question itself, right? The most important stuff that you're going to need to care about is going to be at the end of all this. So go there first maybe, make sure you understand what you're looking for. That way when you read the rest of this long thing, you're looking out for the right information, There isn't just one strategy to sort through a story. It takes practice. It takes a lot of, seeing a lot of SAT stories, knowing how they operate, and then getting used to that format. So keep practicing, and something like this will get easier.